We're going to play a little game. We're going to play a little game called Major Minor. Now, some of you may remember us playing games like Komorebi way back in the day. Or, what was the other one? I don't remember what it was called. For some reason, I can't remember it. Winds of Change. That's it. The Winds of Change. That's it. So we're going to play, but apparently, before both of those games, I'm going to call this the Furry Hell. Okay. But we're going to try this game out. We're going to see what this is all about. So let me get into that. And here we go. Cloud Air. Okay. All right. So this is a remake of that game, or not a remake, but like, you know, a remaster of the original game. Now this one, it takes place before Komorebi, I think. I don't know if it's related to Komorebi, but I think there might be some things happening. So I'm just gonna see if I can get this full screen on. That looks fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this game. This is called Major Minor. Now I think it might be related to Komorebi. The only problem is it's been so long since I played Komorebi. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember much of like the details that might play a part into this. But let's give it a go. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, let's just see what it is. We'll try it out. Let's go for it. And should be nice and good. Here we go. We'll see what this is all about. Wait a minute. Where am I? Just a moment ago, I was on a bullet train, but this? No. This is impossible. So the ending is the most common complaint about the game. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that is it was so abrupt too. They were just like, you were talking to them, then they were like, oh, also Marty died. Like, that was weird. That was very strange. I'm suspended in the cosmos. As if to contradict that, however, I'm able to breathe without issue. I try to focus on that in an effort to combat the rapid beating of my heart. 1, 2, 3. But all of a sudden, I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder. Locking up in fright, I turn to face them. Instead, they step into my view. It's like the second half of Backbone. The second half of Backbone's worse just because it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, it was so weird. It was two different games. Backbone, two completely different games. Oh, hi. Welcome to the Ark. And who might you be? We don't talk about Backbone. I'm still mad about that. You know what? If it had been two different games and they had fleshed out the story of each one, that would have worked. But it was like, because it was such a beautiful game. Please do not be frightened. I'm here for your safety. This is a special place, you see, for those touched but shackled by the chains of fate. A place for those to change reality into something more, to make the universe and those in it bend to their will. He places a hand on his chin, like he's lost in thought. Pardon my ignorance and insistence, but if you're so important, perhaps you should introduce yourself. Oh, okay. I gotta name myself. Neizan. There we go. Neizan. It's not a very powerful or meaningful. Shut the fuck up. It's DeviantArt. It is DeviantArt the game, but I suppose those values have yet to be imparted. Either way, the pleasure is mine, and not only that, but the deed is done. In giving me your name, your service is pledged, both to me and to the Ark, but this place is no cause for concern. All I ask is that you make use of your newfound power, for though your pledge. You are now the architect of reality. While the universe once shaped you, it will now be the opposite. You are no longer the victim of circumstance, Neizan. On the contrary, circumstance is now a victim of you. I fail to understand what he's saying. This all feels so wrong. I shouldn't be here. As if to make that a reality, I started to feel things fade away. Interesting. So you wish to leave. As I said, reality now bends to your will. He smiles, implying that he's not offended by my desire to escape. Don't worry. In time, I'll find you. When I do, perhaps we can pick up where we left off. I don't know why, but as I fade away, I reach out to him. Perhaps I'm scared that nothing awaits me when I disappear. But then, he's gone. Nothing remains, except for the memory of the ephemeral visit. I don't know if this is voice acted. I know the other games were. This may not have voice acting like those ones did, though. A moment later, I feel the rush of speed as a familiar sight greets me. It's almost like my spirit momentarily left my body and only now returned. Who was that man? What is the arc? I have the most overreactive imagination. I scratched my head in a state of confusion, writing it off as a dream. If I want to shake it off, I should ground myself in reality, in my current surroundings, the noises, the people, the sound of the train moving forward to Tokyo. Previous anxiety is almost immediately replaced with excitement. Honestly, this has been a destination on my bucket list for an eternity, and it was going to kick off what surely would be the best year of my life. A few glances are directed towards me as my excitement takes physical form. I try to shrug it off as the grip of energy drink in my hand, a can of Pop Star. It was far away and the best one on the market, it was far and away the best one on the market, and it gave me a fierce addiction. But it was worth it, because my addiction helped me win a contest. 2 cans were hidden in the world, granting whomever they found it a life of luxury, a chance to tour with the world-famous pop star, and the man behind the drink itself. His name was Clace. God damn it. You know, Clace, I gotta tell you, man, putting yourself in all of your games, interesting move. Interesting move. You know what? More power to you, I guess. I'm not going to say it's wrong because it's your game. You can do whatever you want with it. Interesting, though. I love that Clace really loves this image of themselves as a pop star. It's great because that was in Komorebi too. Clace was in the game as a pop star. Don't know if they're going to show up in this one too, but seems like that they were part of the story here. So, and in case you're wondering, yes, I am a winner. The media called us the Lucky Two, but I've yet to meet the second winner. I was making my way to the meeting spot where I assume it would all come together. The situation actually reminded me of those golden tickets in old childhood stories. You mean Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I imagined there'd be a bunch of media swarming me, and I might even become a public figure. The thought fills me with anxiety. But before my mind takes over, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle has a nasty fall. They brace their descent and land in the seat beside me. Clumsy might have been an understatement, but I'm not about to judge. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I nod. It's not a big deal, but I think for a moment before speaking my next words. Oh, okay. So this is my policy in these games. My policy is always, if I can flirt, I'm going to do it. So that's, if I have that option, I'm just going to do it. Because that's how we're going to play this game. It's fine, but hold on. I'm going to fall for you next. It's not corny at all. Don't take it as a corny one. All right, here we go. Whoa, of all the people, I fumble in front of the sweet talker. Talk about bad first impression. I'm not this clumsy, I swear. He blushes and rubs the back of his head.
There is an incoming break for adverts in 2 minutes.
You would? He is pretty cute.
Egret,
he is pretty cute.
Poss.
How is it going, Egret? Making his embarrassment super clear. I haven't been on the train like this before. I'd say it makes me nauseous, but it's way worse than that. I can tell that he's nervous due to the fact that he's shaking. As if it worsens his anxiety, the loud emergency alert comes from the train. It's clearly an alarm. Some sort of mechanical failure makes us all come to a stop. I'm all right, just hot. It's hot where you're at. It's not as bad here. I mean, it's warmer than yesterday, but it's not as bad. Oh no. He covers his face with his hands, clearly in the midst of a panic. I'm not ready to die. Dramatic. I give him a soft nudge and tell him that everything is fine. It's likely something they'll fix in a matter of minutes anyway. But I'd hate to be late for an upcoming meeting. It wouldn't look good to win a contest and then be late for my pickup. Almost like it's an instinct, I pull out my phone and start to pass the time. A moment later, however, it buzzes. A text from one of the contest coordinators. It's pretty peculiar how I got a text from them moments after thinking about all of this. Thoughts of reality and bending the universe to my will flooded my mind. But I pushed them aside in order to answer the text. You almost here? I can't wait all day, you know. It's Rook. I'm supposed to meet him at the train station. He's wondering where I am, and I'm not sure what to say. Do I play it cool or let him know that we've stalled? Well, I would probably just not sure. Something happened to the train. That seems like the best policy. Uncertainty, my worst enemy. Very well, keep me updated. I chose to be honest with him. No reason to get things. Okay, we are going to go on break, so I'm going to take a break right now, and then I'll be back and we'll continue this game. I'll see you guys in just a few. Look, there's literally tons of bread.
Characters of chicken police into the hive. A. Cats. B. Chickens. C. Lemurs.
well,
D.
listen.
Foxes.
From one bottom to another, figure it out.
That's fucking crazy.
Bam, 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 bam. 110. I got the Kazash. People are soiling themselves because of the prices. The prices are so good, they're soiling themselves. That should be in my marketing campaign. Price is so good, you'll poop your pants. Hell yeah. These darn legs. They may have legs for days, but mother. I mean, he looks like he's pretty soft. He might be pretty comfortable. I'm gonna go comfy.
I'm glad to have you.
I'm sure it looks like anything. Write a haiku about Nathan's butt.
W1. A haiku about Nathan's butt.
Oh my god.
Okay, here goes. Fluffy ringed chaos, tail above, but down below, Lemur's moon shines bright. Flustered chirp, oh geez, why am I even doing this?
That was pretty good. I'll give him credit for that. That was pretty good. Well done. Well done. Well done. All right. Are they implying that is Sans fucking my mom? Is Sans is fucking my mom? Oh, God. I think Sans might be fucking my mom. All right.
You both behave out there?
Laura was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him. Really now?
Yeah, no, I learned
What did
that
you teach
jiggle physics are not just for busty volleyball players in games. I learned that jiggle physics are amazing on this guy. That's what I learned. Is he still there? Asshole. Get out of here. You don't want to be here. I'm just here for my stuff. You need to get out of here. No, no. Did you take my pants? Did he steal my pants? Wait, did you steal my pants? Did you steal my pants?
D, what happened?
Yes.
Okay, let's hack this together.
All right, ready? Hold on, let me actually put it in my inventory. Hold on. No, wait.
Thank you, Lucky.
I don't.
You don't have a hacker?
I do. Hold on. Just got one. There was one right there. All right, we are back from break, everybody. Welcome back. So we're going to continue on with this Major Minor. It's a very different. I know the previous games were voice acted, so this one isn't. So I got to get into my voice acting mode, but I'll do my best. I'm guessing there's a lot of characters, so we'll see how that works. But we'll continue on with this game, and let's chill, guys. Let's chill and play a little bit of furry DeviantArt style shenanigans because we can. So let's get this going. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? I'm also going to turn the game up because it seems like it's a little quieter, at least for now. So we'll see what that looks like here. Okay. Little quieter than the last game. So we'll see if we can get that going. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I know something. I know why that wouldn't work. Nope. This one. Okay, that's what we're going to want. Oh, that's why it was so quiet too. My bad. Okay. All right. I always forget about that. Okay, here we go. That'll probably help a lot. Guess small talk is out of the question for now. I decided to let him finish and continue our interaction when he's ready. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other, right? Especially if we could be stuck here forever. Oh, how fun would that be? Let's get things started. You can call me Keela. I'm here to, I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to these parts? I'm about to respond, but I cut myself off as well. Memories of signing an NDA to start to fill my mind. I was sworn to secrecy. But I don't think telling Keela would cause any harm. In fact, it might impress him and make him like me even more. It's if that's something I want. Well, sorry. Okay, I'm going to be honest with Keela. Unless Keela's a spy, and you're just here to fool me with your cute squirrel thing going. You think you can fool me with your squirrel thing? You think you can fool me with your cute squirrelness? I don't think so. I'm not going to fall for this, Keela. I'm going to tell you. I decided that there's no harm in telling him the truth. This would be made public really soon after all. Why are you looking at his squirrel thing? You just met him. I'm saying he's the squirrel thing. I'm not looking at his squirrel thing. He's the squirrel thing. Don't twist it yet. We're not looking at his squirrel thing yet. That comes later. Looking at a squirrel with a gun, if you know what I mean. Well, he might be. If he's a spy, he could be a squirrel with a gun. We don't know that yet. We'll find out soon enough. I recount the adventure I took to get this very moment. I end up rambling, and I can tell it bores him. He seems completely indifferent. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. I'm happy for you, though. I'll be seeing my brother later today. He's a big fan of Clace. He would have killed to win that contest. Don't squander the blessing. He's certainly acting odd. I decide not to say anything. However, don't want to put him on the spot right after just meeting him. He's been looking forward to this trip for ages. Personally, I'm more excited to hit up the Maid Cafe. The what now? Hey, maybe you and I can go together. I got this new friendship off to a good start. I'm feeling it. Sure, I'd love to. Maid bar. Counterpoint. Fortane was a squirrel and he was cool. No, Fortane was a bunny though. Fortane was a rabbit. So very different. Very different. Sure, I'd love to. Awesome. Then let's keep in touch. Wait, he was a rabbit? Yeah, Fortane was a rabbit, right? I thought he was a rabbit. Hold on. Winds of Change. Fortane. Let me go look at him. Yeah. Fortane's a bunny. Let me see if I can... Hold on. Not the best picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better one. But there he is. Yeah, he's got the big ears. He seemed more bunny to me. He had the big ears. I was careful not to put all of these on screen because you never know what you're going to find in Google image search. They're so small. That's a bunny. You can't tell me that's not a bunny. That looks like a bunny. Damn. I did not remember correctly. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. Let me get this out of here. I was very careful about the search option there because you never know what you're going to find. Especially in furry corners. You never know. Awesome. Then let's keep in touch. I've been looking online and I found some of the best cafes. Obviously, Akihabara is a home to a lot of them. Oh, okay. That's an area. Oh, I don't know what that sound was. Before I can respond, the train starts moving again. Everyone is a bit shaken by the sudden movement, except for Keela. He beams a wide smile, as if this was some sort of major victory. Wow, I was scared for nothing. That didn't last long at all. We both sit, satisfied that our journey has continued, but for some reason, I keep replaying things in my head. The matter with the NDA and this maid cafe business. For some reason, I keep doubting myself and my own mind. It's definitely because of that dream I had, the arc or whatever. If I was really in charge of reality, though, I wouldn't be on this train. I'd be rich, famous, and living a life of luxury. That should be the proof enough that it was just some stupid dream. Yeah, I dozed off on the train. I had a silly little dream. That's all. There's no way it was real. Boo! At that exact moment, a harsh pain attacks in my chest. More pain than I've ever felt before. It's unbearable. It pulses through my body in time with my heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively, only to find out that I can't move. Everything around me seems to have frozen in place. I start to panic. Like before, I try to focus on my breathing, but I can't breathe either. I have no idea what's going on, but I can feel it. The hand on my shoulder, as if it was here to save me. The man from the Ark steps into view once more. Oh no. Nice to see you again, Neizan. I didn't mean to scare you away last time we met. When reality bends to your will, though, I'm not surprised that you left. Such places can chip away, even at the strongest wills with ease. I could tell that you were conflicted, though. You think that everything you saw was a dream. Yet now, your dream stands before you. I'm real. The Ark is real. And the power you've been given, more real than you can imagine. However, you will be asked to help me. Think of it as a trade for your newfound ability. Later tonight, I will find you again and explain everything. That's when your journey will truly begin. I don't know why it has to have glass. I immediately shot back to my own reality, or at least the reality that I'm comfortable with. But now, I know one thing for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't a dream. I really was given this power by a mysterious man. My confusion only serves to heighten my anxiety. It's like millions of voices are fighting in my head. They're trying to make sense of what happened and quickly failing. No one would believe me. I was alone in all of this, and it felt awful. Hey, are you coming? Well, maybe not entirely alone. Keela stands before me, this luggage in tow. But I notice that I'm also standing up. I have no recollection of the rest of our trip. It's almost like my body was moving by itself or something. This could definitely be problematic. I disregard it and follow Keela. Did I say something wrong? I really need to watch my mouth. Please don't. Your voice is cute. Thank you. I'm the one doing it, so I appreciate that. Whoa, got a real smooth talker here. I don't mind the flattery, so please feel free to keep it up. The door on the train slides open and everyone starts scurrying out. I'm a little thankful that Keela wanted to leave with me. I'd hate to be alone. Yeah, alone and confused in a foreign country. That is a bad combo. Any chance that I had of enjoying the day now was completely destroyed, especially now that I knew the man from the Ark would be visiting tonight. Whatever journey was about to begin, it was clearly far from the one I envisioned. That's a mysterious way to start a trip, I gotta say. Not what I was expecting. Although I do get like kind of the Komorebi vibe, like there is kind of like something connected there, like this weird arc thing. Meanwhile, in the courtrooms of Terra, time for something completely different. It was a planet far from Earth, yet closer than anyone could possibly imagine. Its fateful link to the other worlds was both its only hope and potential cause for destruction. Citizens of Terra, please welcome Lord Pleb, frontrunner for the position of mayor and soon your future king. As his humble servant, I can promise one thing. He will lead Terra toward a new age of prosperity for all of us. Blair steps forward, motioning for his servant to step aside. Now, Riley, let me speak of this prosperity on my own. Every single Terran must be aware of the stakes, our impending doom. Forgive me, I did not mean to speak for you, especially not in front of all these people. Hi, well, I have no ill will, Riley. Remember, we are all in this together. As Terrans, our unity and world must be placed above all else. Of course, my lord. Riley retreats to a seat as Blair gestures broadly to his audience. We have given ourselves a certain reputation that is one of charity, even to those from other worlds. But this reputation and charity has started to fault us. Countless people now seek our handouts and our refuge. It's gotten to a point where we can no longer feed our own Terrans, starve and die to serve the needs of others. If we keep this up, we will become naught but a husk of our former glory. Our king, Velasquez, knows this all too well, yet takes no action. If elected, I will close off Terra to other worlds. It's time that we look after ourselves, don't you agree? The audience indeed agrees, with scattered cheering and applause. And he calls himself the Immortal King. If he's truly lived for millennia, he would have some common sense. Unfortunately, that seems to be in short supply these days, especially with his allies. My common sense tells me one thing, that severance is the key. Every off-worlder we accept is another stroke on the canvas, one that paints us as lax and forces charity through the word of mouth. If elected, I will devote myself to this cause. Terra's independence will lead us to a brighter future, a future that cannot be achieved by our current king, Velasquez. He takes a step back and Riley approaches the podium once more. There you have it. We desire Terra's independence. I can already tell that some of you are famished and weak. Do you like the fact that an off-worlder has access to more food than you? The audience objects, clearly behind player's cause. If he will become the mayor, then the next step would be king. And with him as king, Terra would no longer be a world of handouts. Charity begets charity, and our altruism becomes a curse. Velasquez has made us victims of our own public image, but like all things, it cannot last forever. Before we end this rally, are there any questions? Almost like they were waiting, someone immediately steps forward. I have something to say, sir. Very well. He steps back once more, making way for the player. What is it, my child? Child, don't make me laugh. I am not one of your mindless followers. The problem isn't with King Velasquez. It solely lies with the greed of people like you. People who hoard food and wealth and claim short supply. What are you implying? I kind of figured you'd be able to pick up on that. As smart as you claim you are, you're definitely falling short. You don't care about starving people. You open the gates. You could feed almost everybody. What you truly care about is the dilution of Terra's legacy. Some twisted belief that Terrans are greater than others. That this world has some greater purpose or destiny. You only want to keep off-worlders away. In order to remain afloat, we must ration our resources. Closing Terra would achieve this and put us back on the right track. Like you said, opening the gates will achieve it too. If what you say is true, then take us to your place and hold a feast. Everybody can assure that you're being lied to. This baseless accusations have no merit. I would never keep food from the people. The crowd starts to chatter, clearly invested in the drama. What if I had proof? Impossible. Possible. Trust me. Your servant, Kabu, has told me everything. He gave me a particular shipping manifest and it spoke for itself. Your estate hoards food, enough to feed all of us who are starving. What? Kabu steps forward, taking over the conversation. I can confirm everything Kaylin has said. Kabu, watch what you're saying. I used to think that Lord Plier was a friend. And even though I'm not from this world, he treated me with care. There was a time when he considered me his son. I still do. Please stop this nonsense. It's not nonsense. Over the years, I've seen Plier get more and more bitter. He simply hates off-worlders and wants them gone from Terra. It's so bad that he resorts to awful schemes and tactics to achieve this. This manifest proves how much food you're hoarding, and you're only doing this in the name of cheating an artificial shortage. One that you can conveniently blame on others and fuel your campaign. The tithe of the upper class, that's what we all need. Then everyone would be fed, and we'd all be happy. That's what we vote for Velasquez will get you. Here's to the continued reign of our immortal king, the only man wise enough to see Terra's rotten core. He places the manifest down and stands in front of him. I'll leave this here for everyone to see, and with that, I rest my case. He steps back and raises his arms to surrender. Kaylin does the same. It seems their interruption has come to an end. Riley, please convince everyone of the truth. And guards, detain those men. Uh-oh. I thought you treated him like a son. That's not what you do. You don't put your son into detention or whatever it is you're doing. As soon as we exit the train, I notice how empty the station is. That's a little odd. For some reason, I thought it would be busy. So, this is it, huh? I kind of pictured something different. Something more grand and awe-inspiring. Oh well, It's my fault for getting my hopes up. When you do that, you can only be let down in the end. Awfully pessimistic. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange our info before we forget. I'll make sure to keep in touch about those maid cafes. I'm trying to find some of the best. Don't want to waste my time, right? I nod. It sounds good to me. Having a friend in a place like this would be invaluable. We both pull out our phones and exchange information. He looks very happy, so I can only offer him a smile in return. Thanks. I'll be sure to keep in touch. I shake his hand, and then he scurries away. I scan my surroundings and wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook was probably waiting for me, but I wasn't quite sure where he was. I started to wander, but that quickly comes to an end. After a few moments of walking, I bumped directly into someone else. It was a woman, and she was a little taken aback. I apologized endlessly. Hey, watch where you're going. I could say the same to her. Obviously, I don't. I yield immediately and tell her that I'm a foreigner, a little lost. Oh, a foreigner. So am I. But I'm no concierge, so I can't be of much help. You should probably check the atrium for assistance. She points towards a large open area. I guess that's good enough landmark for me to start with. After thanking her, I start to follow her directions. But almost immediately, I feel a grip on my shoulder. Oh no. I hope it's not who I think it is, since I can't move or turn around to find out. Hey, are you talking to yourself? Are you really that lonely? I'm extremely relieved. This must be Rook. For a moment there, countless possibilities ran through my mind. Just for full disclosure. Yes, what is that? Aline ha bounce, bouncy bouncy. None of them were very good. I have no idea what it means talking to yourself though. Whatever. I'm just glad you're here. Now, the speakers mentioned something about possible delay. That's just nothing we can afford. Not today, not ever. We're on a strict schedule. Strict. He starts typing away on his tablet. Strict adjective, acting in close conformity with requirements of principles. Ever heard of that word before? I'm starting to think you haven't. So he's a jerk. I get it. Anyway, where's the other one? He must mean the other contest winner. I could flirt. Okay, remember guys, this is my policy in these games, and I am not going to stop doing it now. If I get a flirt prompt, I have to do it. It is the rules. I don't make the rules, except for the fact that I did make the rules, but I'm still going to stick to them. So I was kind of hoping, I was hoping for the opposite. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not interested. I have a job to do, and there ain't enough hours in the day. But which flirt prompt? There's only one. There's only one. And he didn't take it. That's okay. He lets out a sigh and starts typing on his tablet again. I'm actually kind of curious who the other winner is. You know, who I'd share this luxurious trip with. Oh, there they are. I look over where Rook is staring, and I'm taken aback. It's Keela. Hold on a minute. There's no way. Sorry, I didn't come over sooner. I was just standing there watching. You were watching us? That's exceedingly creepy, Keela. So, what kind of group I've got, huh? A stalker and someone who talks to themselves. I'm not a stalker. I'm just shy. I wanted to see if you were telling the truth, Nathan. I mean, you told me you were you won the contest, but I kind of doubted it. As soon as he's done speaking, I could see Rook fuming with anger. I thought you were just making things up. We were both signed the same NDA after all. Suddenly, I understand why he was dodging my questions, but I'm definitely not given an understanding from Rook. You broke the contract? That's abhorrent. But I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You're here, and we can't exactly hide it. Either way, yeah, I'm happy to see it's you. Well, that was a dick move. A dick move. Keela, how dare you? And I don't even like you, but how dare you? But I'm still going to flirt with you because that's what I'm going to do. More time together, just what I wanted. Okay. Hey, don't make it weird. A small silence ensues before Keela changes the subject to break it. now we can hit up the maid cafe for sure. This is turning out to be amazing. A maid cafe? Oh no. Why say it like that? Bad experiences, I guess. Much like the one I'm having right now. Thanks for making plans without me, though. It's nice to know that my input as coordinator is valuable. Clearly a bait comment. Keela doesn't bite. What did you have in mind exactly? Nothing really. I'm just here supposed to help you waste time since something came up. Your meeting with Clace isn't for another day or two now. Wait, why are you mad? Especially if you don't have any ideas of your own. I'm changing the subject now. He types away in his tablet for a moment. If you want to go to the maid cafe, I think I know a few places. It wouldn't be a bad idea to visit Akihabara either. I'm totally down, but hold on. What happened? You said something came up. Oh, nothing major. Clace and his manager got into a fight. It happens pretty often, especially as visions clash. It doesn't help that Clace is a hothead either. Just give him some time to vent and relax. It'll be fine. If you say so. Anyway, let's get moving. We're supposed to waste time, but not too much. Yeah, it's high time we ditch this station. Okay, let's get out of this station. Who wants to hang out at a train station all day? That would be boring. After a few minutes of walking, we exit the station. It feels so nice to get some fresh air. I take a deep breath. I was finally here. No more planes, no more trains. No more automobiles, like that movie was it John Candy and Steve Martin? I think it was. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Classic film. Whoa, this place is amazing. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty sight. It must feel even better than after that long trip. That long flight, right into a long train ride. Yeah, for sure. Wait, does that mean we're on the same flight? That's so cool. What are the odds of that? Pretty high, actually, but I stay silent as to not downplay Keela. Pretty solid, actually. You both won the same contest after all. Enter Rook, the social assassin. I guess I didn't think of it like that. Well, just enjoy your vacation. There's no need to think anymore. Just enjoy the ride. And speaking of ride, you see that limo over there? Is that ours? Yep. We cross the street and he knocks on the window, the limo. A second later, someone steps out. It's nice to see a new face. Oh, hi. Vryn, what do you think of this? Vryn, does this turn you on in some way? Vryn, what do you think of this character? I don't know their name, but what do you think? So, you two are the big winners. Yeah. Huh. Definitely not what I expected to see, but a pleasure to meet both of you. I'm Jade. Oh, okay. Crap. I gotta keep to the plan. I'm just gonna flirt with everybody. That's my whole plan. Flirt, flirt, flirt. I didn't expect to see someone who's, Thank you. It's nice to meet you too, Jade. But what did you expect to see exactly? Good question. The hype was just immeasurable. I kind of expected the winners to be larger than life. I think I know what you mean. I might feel the same way when we meet Clace. Likely. Can you tell us a bit about him, by the way? I want to know what we're in for. He's nothing but a spoiled brat, but he's talented, so we keep him around. Joking. Rook's been giving me tips on humor. If it felt flat this time, I apologize. With Rook as a teacher, falling flat is the name of the game. We just met the guy. I don't know if we know him that well. Okay. It's the effort that counts. A phrase often uttered by losers. I guess it's a good thing that you two won then. Come on, let's get into the limo and get things moving. Welcome to Japan. Please be up on your best behavior. I will not give you another warning. Okay, thanks, Rook. You're so charming and nice. So charming and nice. I gotta tell you, he's the best. What is this? That doesn't look like, this looks like Italy, not Japan. Outside the courtrooms of Terra, moments after Kaylin's interjection. So, do you think that's enough to ruin Blair? Only time will tell, Conrad. It was risky, but we succeeded. Kaylin can be our inside man, just like we wanted. But I have to ask, was the evidence real? It helped us, so it doesn't matter. Means to an end. I believe that's the saying. Now that the pieces are in position, we can start to play. Blair won't go down without a fight, though. This isn't going to be pleasant for Kaylin and Akabu. What do you think will happen, Endymion? Jesus Christ, this is like DeviantArt the game. This is literally DeviantArt the game. Interrogation, I assume. Probably with some side of torture. But Kaylin is resilient. He'll survive. All we have to do is wait for him to send us some mail. After that, we can formulate a final plan of attack. I think he's going to plant some more evidence, you know? Something we can find next time we visit Blair. An innocent visit, an incriminating find. It's almost poetic. It's cold, is what it is. Yes, gives me the chills. What about Kabu, though? He probably isn't going to face, or he's probably going to face the brunt of it. A worthy sacrifice, don't you think? He did this willingly. He wants to take down Blair as well. I suppose so. I could see it now. The headlines. Assassin Guild ousts corrupt politician. Our reputation will be better than ever. We're assassins, Conrad. We need to have no reputation at all. The shadows and secrecy are where we must remain. You trying to make conversation? If people found out about us, it'd be our downfall. They connect the dots and find that Velasquez funds us. At that point, he'd be the one getting ousted, not Blair. Curse your wisdom. What do we do now, then? Like I said, we wait for Kaylin to write us. We can't take action until we know he's prepared. And what about the ritual? What about it? Well, we're secretly bringing off-worlders to Terra. Blair hates them. If we keep handing them over, he'll trust us more. And make our striking that much easier. Exactly. And you thought I was being cold. Guess you're rubbing off on me, but at least we can make progress while we wait. I wonder what Blair is doing with those people, though. I think it's safe to assume that we're sending them to their deaths. Let me guess, means to an end. If that helps you fall asleep at night. He smiles and walks away from Conrad. It's all about making a living, but it's harder and harder as the shadows get struck in the light. Hopefully we can pull this off. I'd love to swim in Velasquez's treasury. A man can dream. Hey Andy, wait for me. Okay, there's a lot of characters, so I don't know if I'm going to do voices for all of them because it's going to be really hard to remember all of them. But I'll do my best. We're led into a massive limo. Emphasis on the massive. It's definitely didn't look this big from the outside. It must be bigger on the inside. Maybe it's the TARDIS. Jade takes the driver's seat, leaving the rest of us in the back. Wow, this is amazing. It's so spacious and luxurious. Rook shakes his head and looks towards us. He was clearly staring at Jade through the limo's partition. What kind of relationship do these two have exactly? Jade speaks through the partition. So, where to? A maid cafe, actually. No snide remarks, please. Ooh, it's Major Minor. Well, we finished Chicken Police early, so here we go. This was their choice, not mine. I wouldn't dream of it, but I think I know just the place to go. As long as you're not gonna mock me about it. Me mock you? Don't tempt me, Rook. I can't believe you sometimes. Anyway, fasten your seatbelts. I don't want either of you getting hurt before the tour. Rook types away on his tablet before putting it beside him. this is gonna be the awkward part. We're supposed to bond. He shudders as he says the word bond. I'm about to call him out on it, but I hear the noise from up front. Is someone in the passenger seat? I ask Jade and try to sneak a peek. Oh, you notice. Hey, you mommy. Want to say hello? Hey. He retreats as quickly as he appeared. I have absolutely no idea who that was. I don't either. That's Clace's brother. That's Clace's brother, Inami. Brother? They look nothing. I said it's his brother. Keela was right, but he was quickly cut off. I can only assume that Inumi was an adopted brother. Oh, of course. Then, okay, that's really awesome. Awesome indeed. Anyway, I was about to go over there some of the basics. Just stuff you should know before I let you wander around. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 small books. After he hands them over to us, I start to flip through the pages. These books have some common Japanese phrases. You might want to make use of them as you explore. It might help, depends on who you're talking to. Rook is being helpful. For some reason, I assumed that he's allergic. Hey, Rook, remember what we talked about? You know, the current events. Oh, right, the midnight deaths. The what now? I don't think I could have been more clear. Deaths. And they just so happen to occur at midnight. Oh, are you worried for my safety? Okay, right, I gotta do it no matter how much I don't like you, but I'm gonna do it. Only because we're liable. Remember, this too is a pretty big deal. He keeps trying. He keeps typing while he talks. It's clearly the work of a serial killer. I like how casual he's being. Just met him and he's already saying he's adopted, right? You just met him? I know, right? I don't understand. But they're so casual about this. It's just a serial killer. Nothing to worry about. It's fine. Clearly the work of a serial killer, but the number of victims is pretty substantial. I guess we just wanted to give you a heads up. Make sure that you're safe when the clock strikes midnight, and if you don't mind, I might even call you for confirmation. I definitely don't mind, but me and Nation should team up to take them down together. You absolutely couldn't. He turns his tablet around, showing us several articles as he swipes. The killer leaves behind no evidence, and it's almost impossible to do that, given forensic technology, so these deaths are just as mysterious as they are calculated. No trace at all? Like a ghost? Like a ghost, yeah. But I'm only telling you this for one reason. The murder started around a month ago, the same night we arrived in Tokyo for the tour. Uh-oh. Clace! You murderer! Clace is a murderer! You might want to keep your part in this tour a secret for now. People are starting to see our arrival as an ill omen. That's why we tried to keep your arrival quiet. I guess that makes sense. For some reason, I expected the media to swarm. You know, like the lucky 2 arriving in Tokyo to claim their prize. Speaking of keeping secrets, he gazes directly into my eyes. Guess I'm in for a guilt trip central after breaking the NDA. Our lips are sealed, don't worry. Good, because I don't want Singe to kill me. Who's Singe? That's our tour manager, by the way, and Clace's boss. You'll meet him soon enough. He's a little busy. Oh, the big boss, huh? You could call him that, yeah. Anyway, you know that argument I mentioned earlier? Singe put restrictions on Clace, ones that he didn't agree with. Obviously, it was in the name of his safety. Some people are even starting to accuse him of murders. At least this way, we always have an alibi and stuff. Sounds stressful. Quite, but it's quite the life you're in for now. On a tour like this, there's always 1 or 2 things going wrong. Or sometimes 6 or 7. Right, after that, the limo starts coming to a stop. We must have reached our destination. Well, here we are. Hope you don't mind a little bit of walking. All of us exit the limo, except for Inumi. He seems more comfortable remaining in the passenger seat. I can say for sure, though, that he's missing out on an incredible sight. There's going to be a lot of reading. I don't know if I was ready for this. I went from one like super voice acted game to one where I'm going to have to read everything. I've seen pictures of this place, but seeing it for real is amazing. Keela looks like he's full of wonder, and I can't help but feel happy for him. Well, what do you think? It's amazing. It's way better in person. Yeah, that's for sure. So, where's this maid cafe? What's it called exactly? Don't worry, it's not much further, and I guess I can get you up to speed while we walk. No room for secrets among friends, right? Right. It's called Cafe Chat. It translates from French into coffee cat. The owner, Eclair, is pretty well respected. Eclair, I swear I've heard that name before. I looked up the cafes before you came here. You would have seen her. In fact, she's has a pretty long waiting list. It's borders on ridiculous. How did you get a thin so fast then? I pulled a fill strings. Name dropping the lucky two definitely helped. Wow. I'd go there. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been to a maid cafe, but I would try it. Wow. Hear that, Nathan? We got celebrity energy. Lots of people are talking about the two of you. That's why it was so hard to keep your arrival a secret. But this is where I have to take my leave. Inumi is waiting for me, so Rook can take over from here. She holds out her hand before leaving, and I give it a firm shake. Honestly, they should have sent her to pick us up instead of Rook. Well, yeah, follow me and stay close, all right? If you get lost here, you might get lost for good. He starts to lead us down the street. He's staring down, focused at his tablet once more. I get the impression that he's starting to keep a low profile. Gotta give him some credit though. Even looking down the tablet, he's not getting lost. If anything, he's proven himself to be a master of multitasking. How'd you get us in? Being famous. Hey, listen, I can't help it, you know? I won a contest, apparently. What's Eclair like, Rook? I don't know. I've never been before. You seem to know exactly where we're going. It's called GPS, Keela. Oh, right. Of course. Keela shrugs at me. Also, when we get there, I'm not going in. I'll wait around outside until you're done. It's just not my kind of place. Is that fair? Seems fair to me. I nod in agreement. Besides, it'd be more fun to watch paint dry. Rude, says the guy who decided where to go without my input. Whatever. Before the conversation continued, Rook stops in his tracks. He points out a colorful shop just a few steps away. Whoa, Japan is futuristic. They have GPS. I'm pretty sure they have GPS anyway. It's over. Like, GPS is fairly old at this point. It's over here. I hope you two have fun. Just try not to drag me into your business. Oh, and don't take forever. Remember, I don't do waiting. Just meet me over here when you're done. We all gotta go get to the hotel before nightfall. We start to walk towards the shop, but Rook stops us. Hey, don't mention my name to her. Consider it a personal favor, all right? I thought you'd never been here. I'm removing myself from this conversation. He walks away and sits on some nearby benches. Weird. It's certainly putting it lightly. We both shrug and make our way to the cafe. I guess we have our work cut out for us. All right, here I go. Maid Cafe it is, guys. Let's maid it up. This is a fancy place. When we enter, I'm shocked to see just how fancy it is. Honestly, it seems like they put millions of dollars into this place. Oh, hi. Hello. Who are you? Howdy, strangers. Welcome to the cafe chat. Since chat is French for cat, the irony isn't lost on me. I mean, I don't know if it's irony or if it's just really on the nose. Hey there. We're here to see Eclair. He stares at the floor, clearly nervous. I guess it makes sense. One of his dreams is coming true after all. Oh, it's you two. I've been waiting for you. Wait, you're Eclair? Last time I checked. I thought that Keela looked this place up online or something. The fact that he didn't recognize her is a little odd. Come take a seat. I'm not really in the habit of wasting time. I know a bit about you two, the two of you. Well, mostly that you're special, and you got to skip the wait. Are you celebrities? Should I get your autographs? I kind of figure she'd know who we are. Either way, there's no need to break the NDA. She smiles and leads us over to a 3-person booth. There's a side for her and one side for me and Keela. As we take our seat, she gives us a piercing gaze. I think it's branding. I think it might be branding. It's a big branding. Well, I guess she owns the place, so I guess it makes sense. Oh, I know. Quiz time. Keela's eyes shoot wide open with excitement. It's like all of his dreams are coming true all at once. Here's a good one. Why are there only 3 seats? I look at Keela in confusion. I have no clue, but judging from Keela's face, he doesn't either. Time's up. The number 4 is considered bad luck. It's kind of like the number 13 in the West. It skips sometimes out of respect. Wow, really? You bet. You're so smart, Eclair. Then you're gonna love this next question. Do you have any idea why my name is Eclair? You like donuts. I bet you really like donuts. Is it that? Oh, this one's really, you're really sweet, like the pastry of the same name. We're on the same page, Keela. Bam! We know what we're talking about. Incorrect. No! Well, that wasn't really the reason I was thinking. What were you thinking? What was your reasoning? It's because I'm quick, like a flash of lightning. It's also French, just like the name of my cafe. Hey, wait a minute. We don't know that. We don't know that. Maybe, though. Maybe. She definitely has a theme going on. And, as you know, how they say good things comes in 3s. Get ready, because I saved the best question for last. Keela braces himself. Rook refused to come in, didn't he? Well, that was a bit of a letdown. What? I bet he said not to mention him, right? Typical Rook, as stubborn as ever. I know exactly who you are, by the way. What? That statement seems to shock Keela more than it should. Jade told me everything when she called to arrange this. Said to consider it a personal favor, so I obliged. So you do know each other. Rook was acting weird about all of this. He didn't even tell you he knew me. Wow, I'm actually kind of offended. Wait, does Eclair have to do with... What does Eclair have to be do with it being fast? I don't know. I actually don't know that one. I thought I was hearing something. Does Eclair... I'm looking it up. Mean... lightning? Oh, well, it does come up. Yes, okay. Actually, no, she's right. Eclair, so apparently, Jojo, eclair is the French word for flash of lightning. So apparently that is correct. That is actually a thing. He seemed to hate the idea of maid cafes. It was actually so intense, it came off as suspicious. Yeah, that sounds like Rook. It sounds like it wasn't always the case, though. We used to be partners, actually. You and Rook, partners? It was a lifetime ago, but yeah. What happened? That is, if you don't mind me asking. He slumps down in the chairs, defeated. This definitely wasn't the way I expected this to go. Sorry, it all came flooding back. I haven't heard his name in years. A tear drips down her cheek. Aw. The call from Jade was so sudden, too. It seriously ruined my vibes. She gets up and runs away without another word. She enters the door to the back of the cafe, likely to her office. Did we do something wrong? I'm starting to think that coming here was a bad idea. Perhaps we should have paid more attention to what Rook was saying. Do you think we should leave? This isn't what I was expecting at all. I shake my head. I tell Keela that I'll go talk to her. I feel responsible for flooding her with all those unpleasant memories. The last thing I can do before we leave is check on her well-being. Well, she's not being incredibly professional. All right, that's probably for the best. I'll go talk to Rook and let him know that you'll be a bit longer. See you outside when you're done. I nod. He runs outside, and I look in the direction that Eclair ran. The door has a cartoonish drawing of a cat's paw on it. Yeah, that definitely leads to her office. I take a deep breath before entering. Hopefully, I can fix this. When I enter, I see Eclair sitting down with her face in her hands. I take a few loud steps forward, trying to make my presence known. Oh, hey. I'm sorry. I feel like such a fool right now. It's my job to be happy and uplifting. I hope you can understand what happened. It's just bad memories. Sometimes they overwhelm you. Yeah, I totally understand. I'm glad. It's just, me and Rook were so close, and then he just left, at the snap of a finger. I'm used to people leaving, though. After my services, they just walk out the door. I guess I never expected that one day he'd do the same. We were the star duo of Akihabara. From far and wide, everyone wanted to see us. He was actually one of the most in-demand hosts. He was a host at a maid cafe? Honestly, I'm shocked to my very core. No offense, Rook. Looks like he changed, but not for the better. Oh well, I guess it can happen to the best of us. I decide to let Eclair continue rather than speaking my mind. We spent almost every day together. People would treat us like we were a couple. We weren't, but there was no harm in playing pretend. It was so easy to spend time in a world where we were happy. Of course, the accident had to happen. It ruined everything. You're dumping a lot of personal stuff on me. We just met, and you're dumping a lot of personal shit right on this lap. Okay? I'm just saying. Accident? I can't really say since it's Rook's personal business, but he started to act so distant and rude. Obviously, the cafe started to suffer. He started finding more joy in that tablet of his. He got a bunch of complaints and people stopped coming. It's a trauma dump. It seems like it is. One day, Rook stopped coming as well. I felt so lost. I searched for him day in and day out. Then one day, I just stopped. Like a switch flicked in my head. Isn't that weird? He was everything to me. And then he was nothing. There was such a fine line between love and contempt. It was easy for me to hate him. After all, I mean, he ruined the entire business. That's when I decided to close up shop. But just as I was about to, I saw an envelope in front of the cafe. It had my name on it and a little heart. She sniffles. He always added that little heart by my name. It was a check. Everything. It had everything I needed to stay in business and more. With that, I'd be able to recover from the damage he caused. There was a letter, too. He apologized for everything. He said he saved up for years. I guess I never stopped wanting to make it up for me. He said he got a job with someone named Jade. That he'd be supporting the career of some pop idol.
Oh my. There is an incoming
I didn't
break
know
for
who
adverts in 2
she
minutes.
was, but I felt like my replacement. All of that stuff came flooding back today. But the power of memory, isn't it? Fleeting, yet absolute. That's for sure. I feel a momentary sense of confusion when pondering it, though why are my memories starting to feel so hazy? I saw him outside of the booth with you. I really hoped that he'd come in and hang out. Or I saw him outside the booth with the both of you. I really hoped that he'd come inside and hang out. But I guess it wasn't enough that he sent you two in. On some level, he still thinks about me and supports me. In a weird roundabout way, yeah. She takes out her phone and places it on the table. Now that I'm calming down, want to exchange numbers? I think I owe you an apology in some form or a session. In some form of another session. Okay. And Priest being Keela too. This is my fault. I'd love a chance to fix it. I apologize to her too. It was never my goal to make her cry. Don't worry. You're fine. I just need a bit more time to myself for now. I nod and I start to leave. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. I mean, the real reason there's 3 seats. The answer on the quiz was kind of a lie. The side with 2 chairs used to be for me and Rook. We'd sit there and entertain a single guest. But when he left, I was all alone. I had to switch sides, along with my outlook on everything. Look at me. I'm still holding on to the past. I guess I'm not as quick as they say. She smiles, and our conversation reaches its end. I make my way back to outside, trying to look for Rook and Keela. However, part of me was looking to see Eclair again. All right, we're going on break. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. I'll see you guys in just a few.
What city does Chicken Police Into the Hive
Am I
take place
taking
in?
money from
A. Clawville B.
taking food out of the
Barktown
mouths
C.
of poor
Meowpolis
babes
D.
looking to
Foxbury.
suckle at the Leem's teat? I know. Many people would want to, but only so many can afford it. And they could suckle at my teat, but no more. No more can they do that. No more can they suckle at the Leem's teat, thinking that they could survive upon the teats of the day. Oh, I'm in the milk. I wouldn't. What is that? No, don't do it. No. 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 Bam, 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 bam. 110. I got the Kazash. People are soiling themselves because of the prices. The prices are so good, they're soiling themselves. That should be in my marketing campaign. Price is so good, you'll poop your pants. Hell yeah. I guess what we're saying is that we would definitely hit a child. We would just never hit a dog. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Well, that's officially on record there.
Right. Freya? What the hell are you doing? Freya! Freya, what the hell are you doing? Freya, no. Stop it, Freya. That's not appropriate. Freya, that's not appropriate. Freya, that's not okay. Freya, no means no, Freya. No means no. Unless it isn't. Oh, never mind. She's done. That was weird. Emily may be dead. Emily! You okay? Emily! Emily! Scream once if you're dead. Scream twice if you're very dead. Emily! Emily, scream once if you're dead. Scream twice if you're very dead. Come on. This is the only way we're gonna know. Okay. Bobo what? Hi. Do you want Bobo Mocha Matcha? Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god.
And put a little Cool Whip on top.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip. Yep.
Whip?
Cool Whip.
You mean whip?
Yeah, Cool Whip.
Whip? You mean whip?
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
whip?
Yeah.
No, say it right. Whip.
Whip.
Say it with no. There's no H. You gotta say it with whip. Actually, there is a whip H, but don't worry about it. It's not the point.
It's just whip.
No, it's cool. Cool what?
It's Cool Whip.
No, it's just whip, right? Just say whip.
Yeah. Whip.
Okay. Then I'll say cool,
Cool.
and then I'll say cool whip.
Cool Whip.
What?
Cringe.
Thank you, Brian.
I imagine the coitus would be quite intense between the two of them, if that were to occur. We don't know if that's going to happen, but if it were, it would be very intense. Do you think that they would take turns being like the dominant in the relationship? Like Freya one night would be like, Kratos on your knees, and he's like, oh, again? Fine. But next time it's my turn. You're a horrible liar. You know that, right?
My paws are
Welcome back, everybody. We are back from break, so we're going to continue on with this major minor adventure, and we'll see what happens. I don't really know. It's moving very quickly, though. I will say this game is moving very quickly. I remember there being a little bit more preamble in like Komorebi, or even in Winds of Chains, maybe a little bit. I don't really remember, but we'll just continue on, see what's going on, and let's get back to it. I feel like seeing her at her top of her game would be a real treat. There's got to be some reason this place is so popular after all. And hopefully, soon, I'd understand why. Ooh, pretty. Wow. It's already dark outside? Oh, well, I finally got to see this place all lit up. The neon lights are simply incredible. No other way to put it. Oh, hey. How was the date? Funny. Hey, you didn't have to repeat it. I was only joking when I called it a date. I saw a good joke and I wanted the credit. Huh. She was crying, so that wasn't exactly my idea of a date. Oh, I didn't take a look at Vrin's trivia question. Hold on. What city does Chicken Police Into the Hive take place in? I don't know why he's still on that. I guess he must still think that's the name of the game. That's okay. Clawville is the answer. We already know that one. So we'll get it's A. The answer is A.
The answer is A. Clawville. Chicken Police Into the Hive is all about crimes and chaos in the wild, wild streets of Clawville. Such a great setting, honestly.
All right. Well, that's not the game we're playing there, Vrin, but that's okay. She was crying, so it wasn't my idea of a date. Lighten up. You got a good sense of humor, and coming from me, that definitely means something. It doesn't. Anyway, just glad to have you back. Me and Keela were bonding, and I started to feel uncomfortable. Thankfully, I was able to occupy myself with some food. Sounds like he has trouble saying the word bonding. I can also feel my stomach rumble at the mention of food. Besides, I got a pretty important phone call. We need to hurry back to the hotel ASAP. Phone call? I asked him what happened. Well, let's just say that it concerns your safety. It's in our best interest to get you to your hotel room. Gonna have to put the festivities on hold for now. He had more planned? It's already getting so late. I'm glad it's time to get settled though. It's been a long day. Just follow me. It's not that far away. Probably a good idea to walk off these calories anyway. We both nod and start following along. Part of me hopes that our hotel was a little luxurious. The contest was a big deal after all. Sponsors galore. With the rate we were walking at, however, it isn't much longer before we find out. Is it a nice hotel? We enter the hotel, and it looks awesome. Very modern, and I could tell that the rooms were going to be fancy as well. What a pretty sight, huh? Yeah, you are a pretty sight. God damn it, I don't want to flirt with Rook, but that's my policy in these games. My policy in these games is I'm going to do it. I don't want to. You do have nice eyes, though. I'll give him that. The eyes are kind of entrancing. All right. Don't say stuff like that. He reaches into his pocket and takes out 2 key cards, handing them to Keela and myself. He smiles. You're in room 217. This should get you both inside. Awesome. How big are the rooms? Do we have any cool amenities? Yeah, you got a hot tub, even personal care if you wanted a massage. Seriously? It's time for a soak. Go right ahead. Just promise me one thing. Be ready tomorrow at 9 a.m. Me and Jade will pick you up. And please, do not leave the room. It's dangerous. Right. Midnight fast approaches. His terms are acceptable, so we start to head for our room. It doesn't take us long to find it, but when we do, we're absolutely stunned. Is it a nice room? This is not the best view of it. It's incredible. I don't know if this is the best room. This is absolutely incredible. It's so spacious and luxurious. Would you look at that? I feel like a millionaire. I mean, we both kind of are. The contest winnings were valued at such a high amount. Look, we even got a kotatsu. And that and the hot tub. I think I'm going to faint. I want to relax and watch some TV. I think we need to prepare for tomorrow. Yeah. Seems like tomorrow would be rather hectic. I nod, and before a second passes, Keela turns on the TV. I wonder what's on. He flips through some channels, but one grabs his attention. It definitely grabbed mine too. It looks pretty bad. I see a crime scene tape. I gulp and look at the time. Another midnight death. The headlines are clear. A reporter appears on the screen, distraught, maybe even scared. He holds the microphone away from his mouth, talking to someone off screen. It feels wrong watching this, like the murder is just some sort of spectacle. Fukimoto here. Sorry for interrupting your program tonight. It'll resume as soon as this is over. He looks off camera, again, same direction. This Fukimoto wears a face of shock, and all of a sudden, it's like he's been given some terrible news. It's now being confirmed to me. Another victim of the midnight deaths. Their body was discovered just moments ago. Please bear with me here. He gulps before continuing. What? It's Clace, the pop idol. Recently in Tokyo to launch his new world tour. Now nothing more than a victim of these senseless tragedies. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. This is bad. This is what you call bad. Is the contest over? Did I lose my contest thing? No, why did we just live to just suffer, right? That went a little weird. An earlier time in the throne room of the Immortal King. Is this the Immortal King? Holy shit. Are you the Immortal King? Hello, doggo. History repeats itself. At least that's what they say, right? we're doomed
Hello,
to
Crispy
repeat.
Lemur.
Hello, Crispy. What's going on? How are you? Welcome to Major Minor. Hopefully you're doing well. At least we're doomed to repeat our past transgressions. I cannot say, my king. I'm merely mortal. I am doomed to a life of... I can't remember the voice. See, this is why when you have so many characters, it's hard for me to keep track of the voices. Just got back from a hike. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully you had a good time with it, though. I'm doomed to a life of mistakes without repeat. I'm honored you would seek my counsel, though, having the wisdom of the millennia. I apologize for being unable to help. I can only hope that you don't think less of me. There's no need to apologize, Endymion. I'm merely thinking out loud. Also, please lose the formality. This looks suspiciously furry. It is. You probably remember us playing games like Komarebi and Winds of Change. It's made by the same person, so definitely furry. But apparently he's dead. Clace is dead. Who knew? Just like that. Of course, Velasquez. This could relate to Lord Pleb. However, he's gaining quite the following. Rightly so. His charisma is unmatched. He could bend almost anyone to his will. Stop thinking out loud. Makes people scared. I will not. I will definitely not. Even if the cause is foolish. Yes. What a foolish cause it is. Seek to cut off the terror from the other worlds. Damn, now he can't go on the to make Komarebi and Winds of Change. I know. It's sad. It's just a weird time loop thing we've kind of run into. Seeking severance is a fool's errand. More likely to sever the head from your body. Something I'm all too familiar with doing. Apologies if the joke is too gruesome. You may be an assassin, but you aid a righteous cause. One that guarantees the stability and freedom of Terra. Of course, Velasquez. In your name, always. How is your protege coming along, by the way? Conrad, he is conflicted. Sometimes I think that our methods are too harsh. Perhaps he may even think that we're in the wrong. But you must remember, I was the same. Give it time, and he will be of great importance. Very well. I trust your instinct. With it, Lord Player is sure to be exposed. And so, my reign will continue unhindered. Yes, it shall. However, I did not summon here to talk about Player or Conrad. It's a matter of great importance, if I were to use your terms. Is something wrong? No. In fact, the opposite. As you know, I'm the one who opened Terra to the other worlds. Player seeks to undo everything I've worked so hard to achieve. But I opened up our world for a very good reason. And the truth is, I've been quite secretive about it. Was it not to help those in need of refuge? It was a welcome side effect. But my intent was not to take on so many people. It was, in fact, to take on one very special person. The Savior. This is getting a little bit weird. You're hot and all. Don't get me wrong. You're very hot. You're also kind of hot. You're very hot. Also hot. Okay, that lion is kind of cute. That lion is cute. I like the king, though. The lion is very cute. The eyes are pretty entrancing. I gotta say, I love the purple eyes. And that smile. Pretty good. They both have like a weird smile thing going on. It's kind of weird to think that they're like having this very serious conversation, but they're both grinning like they have the bedroom eyes thing going, and they're just like, yes, the Savior. The Savior? I'd smash the lion and the king and the main color. You're right. The red does work very well. Yes. They are the reason I opened up this world, but so far, after all these years, they have yet to arrive. What might we need saving from exactly? It cannot be a lack of resources like Player claims. You are correct in that assumption, but my lips are sealed, at least for now. They don't look sealed. They don't look like it. Just know that we need them urgently. Every second that passes is a second we cannot waste. Thankfully, I have discovered something useful, a method that may expedite their arrival. I'm all ears. I've finally pinpointed their location. They reside on a planet called Earth. And how did you learn this? A trusted source. I've never heard of this planet. Are you sure your source is reliable? I'm quite certain. There is a reason you've never heard of it. Earth is not connected to any other planet. It is what I call an untouched world. Such a thing still exists. Only if you have something to hide, or in this case, something to shelter. How can I be of help? Surely this Earth is not within my reach. It wasn't. Until now. You know the source I mentioned earlier. They've come up with a means to reach Earth. A means to retrieve the Savior. And you would have me do this? Yes, of course. You are the only one I trust. And Conrad? This will be a chance to test his resolve. Very well, my king. What must be done? Something very simple, yet endlessly complex. You must perform a ritual. What kind of ritual? What kind? It's a little suspicious, not gonna lie. I mean, with those two, I volunteer. You know what? Listen, I'm just saying, they want to do, I don't know what this ritual is going to be, but I'm just saying, I volunteer. I volunteer as tribute. I volunteer. Okay? If you guys want to try out your ritual, volunteer as tribute. Bring it on. Bring it on. Keela and I watched in shock as the TV broadcast the whole ordeal. A body bag was being loaded into the ambulance. It's awful to see. In this moment, it feels like everything falls apart. What would happen to us? What would happen to the tour? Keela's jaw drops almost inches away from the floor, clearly traumatized. I can tell he's fighting off tears like his own life depends on it. What? Eiffel Tower? Maybe. Who's the Eiffel Tower? I don't know. What about the Eiffel Tower? But this can't be true. I'm almost in disbelief myself. I reach out to comfort Keela, but then I can't move. It's that feeling again. I've experienced it several times today. I'm about to be visited by him. Life is such an interesting thing, isn't it? It's so frail that some would call death more powerful. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Again, with such cryptic words. Watching your world slowly fade away, like a fly being swatted on the wall. He snaps his finger. Just like that, someone can die. No one is above death, just as no one is below life. No one should be below the truth either. I demand answers now that I'm able to move and speak. You want answers? What is an answer exactly? A doorway to more questions, perhaps? Now he's just stalling. Is he worried about something? I guess I did promise you. You'll have to come with me, however. I can't keep this place suspended for long. Suspended? You'll have to grab my hand. If this suspension ends, you'll be trapped, caught in space and time, for a lonely eternity. Yeah, why not? I reach out and grab his hand. The alternative was simply too scary. And if he was going to give me answers, well, I couldn't exactly say no. Good. Now, this might hurt a little. Seconds later, everything fades away. What are you doing to me? Also, I is the nudes. I've just noticed that. Thank you for the nudes. As soon as my vision returns, we are in the arc. Did one person do all this art? I don't know. The artwork is consistent, so I'm going to say probably. I think that probably was true of like the other two games too. Because like the artwork is like consistently styled. So I'm going to say probably. We're in the arc. First and foremost, allow me to apologize. I get the feeling that you're overwhelmed. It's only natural given the circumstances. But recently, things have become urgent. It's part of why you might feel rushed. Rushed is certainly an understatement. I will give you answers, though. I feel as if you deserve at least that much. Oh, you really think so? Your sarcasm isn't helping, Neizan. He shakes his head, as if shrugging it off. Welcome to the Ark. This is a place to relax and ponder, to find yourself when you might feel lost. Only a select few are allowed to be here. People I trust with both my life and the lives of many. You are the first to enter in a very long time. So please, feel free to relax. No danger will befall you here in the Ark. At least, not as long as you stay by my side. He inches closer, as if proximity guarantees my safety. Oh, damn it, I gotta do it. I have to. It's my rule. All right. You can come a bit closer, you know. All right, here we go. I'd rather not. There are more important matters at hand. Now, let's start with those answers you wanted. I'll try to refrain from being vague or hiding the truth. Finally, after what you've experienced, you deserve it. However, the death of Clace is rather unimportant. Unimportant? That's an insult right there. For some reason, I decided to call him out on it. If he was going to answer my questions, I'd rather be on his good side. There was a mountain of them in my head, so I had to focus. The power to manipulate reality, the existence of an otherworldly plane? Where would I even start? Good question. What is the Ark? Interesting question. I'm not really sure how to answer that one. Well, at least not in a way that you'd understand. Not to insult your intelligence, it's just different. There's more to Earth than you realize, or any other planet for that matter. The way you see it, a physical spot is absolute. No two things can exist in the same exact space. But that's not the case at all. Many things can exist in the same spot as Earth, right at your fingertips, yet impossible to touch. Countless other worlds exist in the same spot as Earth. In fact, there are almost an infinite number of celestial planes. Some of them are empty, yet some of them are home to beautiful worlds. The Ark is simply one of those spaces, existing alongside everything. Each plane has its own laws, of course. The flow of time or physics, stuff like that. For example, in the Ark, time nearly stands still. Not even a millisecond has passed on Earth since you left. In a place like this, you'd essentially be immortal. That's why I've made the Ark my home. I have all the time in the world. So use it wisely in order to achieve my goals. I mean, I'm actually kind of bound here, but that's another story. Who are you exactly? Well, that's an awfully vague question. How do you define an identity? Is it a name, the past, your actions? Could it be your personality or your appearance? If it's any of those, then I think you'd have a good idea of who I am. But part of me thinks you might be asking for my name or my past. You'd smash the mystery Yin? No, I wouldn't say no. He's pretty cute. of which you'll learn only one. Many people would call the Ark my home, but the truth is, it's actually my prison. I've been trapped here. Well, to be honest, I've lost count. Time can lost its importance when you've become a victim to it. Back at home, I used to cherish every second. But here, where time stands still, moments lose their beauty, memories decay, until all I can remember is the vast red of the Ark. It's a form of torture, actually. Temporal deprivation was the term for it, I think. I can only leave for short periods of time, like bringing you here, but even this is just another method of torture, teasing me with places I could never live. As for why I'm imprisoned here, I inherited a substantial power. The power that no world would consider normal. In fact, my existence would be seen as a threat to the universe. But that's not what you asked. Sorry for getting sidetracked. You're right, I didn't learn anything from that. I don't know what your name is. I still don't know your name. Tell me about this power. Let's see. First of all, it's impossible to determine its origins. It simply moves from one host to another, epoch after epoch. When it found its way to me, I was contained, forced to live in this eternal void. As for what it is, let me explain it this way. There are an infinite amount of parallel realities, meaning there are an infinite amount of every world, even Earth. Some have minuscule differences, and on the other hand, some differ in incredible ways. Normally, it would be impossible to move from one reality to another. These places may share the same physical spot, but they aren't exactly linked. The power, however, allows for a wielder to move between... So you're American Chavez. Basically, you're America Chavez. If you guys don't know who that is, she's a Marvel character who can basically create, portals to different parts of the multiverse. Apparently, you're America Chavez. Where others are stuck, the both of us would be free. And that's why this power is so dangerous. Worlds are not meant to interact with each other. It could throw the universe into disarray. Source resources could be stolen. Dead people could be brought back to life. You could mix and match other worlds to create your perfect reality. Of course, would always be at the expense of innocence. As for why I chose you, well, to be honest, you're not that special. Ouch. Ouch, you dick. Ow. It's Earth that I was more focused on. You see, there's a large galactic community at play. Trade routes, interstellar travel, everything that you could imagine. Except for your world. It has no links, making it an untouched planet. As my power grew, it begged to be shared and gifted. I simply chose Earth because it has no connections. If things went awry, only your planet would be affected. I could share the power and mitigate the potential damage. But people are slowly becoming aware of Earth. They can peer into it. They're starting to touch it too. There are other worlds that may want to take you and use your power for their own gain. We should ensure that the power is only used for good, to do what it wanted to do when it first found its way to me. If used right, every world, every universe can be kept safe. We can work together and create a harmonious existence. Anything else? I'm not following. I have no idea. I've only heard the term twice. Once when I brought you here, and again just now. It was on the television, right? Clace was a victim. I might have to flip this one on you. What exactly is going on? I let him know everything I know. Well, deaths with a pattern imply one thing. It's likely the work of a serial killer. Calais is a pop idol after all, a pretty big target. Perhaps the other killings was just preparation. I'm sorry I can't help with this one. That's enough for now. Good, because that's all the time I have. Hope you're satisfied with what I've said. I'm not really. You never even really gave me your name. It was a lot to take in, but in spite of recent events, I feel relaxed. I understand things a bit more than I did. That's all I wanted. Anyway, we should talk about the real issue at hand. There's a reason I called you in here like this, Neizan. Another world wants to take you. They've been trying for days, by means of ominous ritual. I believe they want to seize your power for themselves. I thought I was unimportant. What is my power? I've been able to intercept them, however, and delay it. In fact, that interception is why I brought you here the first time. I shifted your trajectory so I could bring you here and keep you safe. If other people gain your power, catastrophe could follow. Unfortunately, I've had to send other Earthlings in your stead. They believe that if they keep trying, they'll get you eventually. My theories are just that, theories. So in order to discern the true intent, I've decided to let them succeed. We must give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just a little cautious after the last time this happened. The last time? I intended to keep you on Earth and observe you, but it became clear that the other worlds would sense you. You have the power to save or destroy. This might be the first of many worlds that takes you. That edgy hair swish always cracks me up. I know. It's kind of like, you know what it is? It's Darkiplier. That's what it is. It's Darkiplier. Hold on. Yeah, it's literally Darkiplier. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Nah, it's not a good image. It's always hard to find like a full-size image anywhere. See? Darkiplier. Markiplier's dark side. That's basically what it is. It's Darkiplier if he was a hyena with a weird scarf. We simply must hope that their needs are benevolent. Your power should be used to enrich the universe, not harm it. So he's just letting another world take me? They could hurt me, or worse. Don't worry, I can still observe you on other worlds. At the first sign of danger, I'll bring you back. It seems like Markiplier kind of stepped away. Last I checked, he rarely posts vids. I think my understanding is that he's been very busy with the Iron Lung movie he's been trying to do. He also did that like Edge of Sleep show that was on Amazon, right? Like he did like a whole show. So I think he's just been busy. He's posted a few videos, but I think he's just busy. He does a lot. He's kind of a, you know, and I don't blame him. You know, if he has opportunities to do bigger things, he might as well. Consider this a form of reconnaissance. Play along with them and see what happens. Please, continue to be my ray of hope. Oh. Okay, if you say it like that, I'll do anything. My agent of fate. He snaps his finger, and I feel the rush of inertia. This isn't right. None of this feels right. Clace was dead. I was cursed with a power I didn't ask for. This was... Before I can continue thinking, my entire body is racked with pain. It feels like the first time I came here, but on a much larger scale. I try to focus on my breathing, but even that causes me incredible pain. It feels like a paper cut on every fiber of my being, as if I'm being torn apart at a molecular level. Then, I feel nothing. What about Keela? A few moments later, I find myself in a forest. I'm quickly thrown against the nearby tree like I was moving incredibly fast. I land on the ground and grip my head in pain. It radiates with my heartbeat. I try to take a few steps around, but immediately lose my balance. Grabbing onto the same tree I crashed into, I use it for support. So here's my guess, guys. I'm going to, not to make this a spoiler, but I'm going to guess that the ritual is the killings. So these midnight killings, that's the ritual. And I think that the bodies get left behind, but the people are transported to this other planet. That's what I'm guessing is happening here. So Clace is probably here. Other dead people are probably here. Maybe Keela and those, because they're not just going to like introduce some of these characters and then we'll never see them again, right? Like that's got to be a thing. I try to take a few steps around, but immediately lose my balance. Grabbing onto the same tree I crashed into, I use it for support. Where am I? Alone on the soil of some foreign planet. That's enough to break me, as if events on Earth weren't already. Clace was killed, and I was taken to the Ark. Forcefully taken, I might add. For a moment, I feel like my future has been stolen, placed in the guiding hands of someone else. That man on the Ark. I don't want any of this, but I clearly have no say in the matter. Against my wishes, I've been thrust into complex machinations. What else would I be forced to do? Would I ever be myself again? You'll get back the way you came from. Huh? I know what it's like to be far from home, and this may be the farthest you've ever been, but you'll get back. I can feel it. He kneels down and wraps an arm around me. Soon after, I'm stable once more and back on my feet. It can't be easy to lose your way, especially when others put their own path before you. Who is this? Is this the man conducting the ritual? If so, I don't sense any ill intent. His presence put me at ease almost immediately. It could be his rather magnetic, look. Your visit is a product of my desperation. It seems like some of those feelings assail you too. If so, it's the eyes. It definitely is the eyes. It's definitely the eyes. The eyes or something. I wouldn't have done this if I had a say in the matter. And it wasn't easy either. Bringing you to Terra was a road paved with failure and compromise. Terra? Is that where I am? Conrad, it worked. I can tell. How can you tell? It's not like we have a drawing for comparison. I know this one. I know this is the one. How could you possibly know that? I can feel it. Trust me. Please. All right. I'll play along. Velasquez will be very pleased. I take a few steps back, still frightened by what's going on. I explain my situation to them. Trust me, bro. Yeah, right? I have no idea who they are or who this Velasquez is. An explanation is in order then. But this situation is more complex than you realize. Like I said, this is Terra, a world of peace. For centuries, we've been free from war and strife. We owe this peace to the immortal king. He ensured that our world remains in utopia. And utopia is nothing without desirable. We're a victim to the kindness of charity we give off-worlders. Back up a second. Immortal king? Yeah, but honestly, he just got lucky. Found a world where the flow of time suits him better. An interesting thing. Each world experiences time at different rates. You could move to a world where you die in seconds, or in the case of Velasquez, where you live for an eternity. Can't say I'm jealous of immortality, but at least he's able to get a lot done. And since you're still alive, that's a good sign. Terra must flow favorably for you too as well. There are worlds where I could die in seconds? Probably a ton, but some people would prefer that actually. I mean, a minute of true happiness over a lifetime of war and death? Some people know their life on Terra may be short, but they still come. It's better than the alternative. That's for sure. You should be thankful that you're still alive. Same for others who were brought before you. Before me? Don't worry, they're safe and sound. We've given them to the local lords. What do you mean by that? Are you just like giving human, like, not humans, but like, you know, earthlings? You're just like, here, use them as you will. They are yours for whatever you want. Do as you please. Don't be so hasty, Enderman. You know Blair hates off-worlders. Blair? In fact, you said they were sending them to their deaths. But it as all in the name of finding you. They don't need to know that, Conrad. We have to make a good first impression. That sounds like a whole lot like slavery. It does a little bit. Withholding the truth would accomplish the opposite of that. Conrad smirks at me. Anyway, Blair is the lord I was talking about. He's actually seeking to take the throne for himself. He might be winning too. Which is why Velasquez sees them as a valid threat. That's where me and Conrad come in. We are part of why Terra is so beautiful. A private unit funded solely by Velasquez. We handle his dirty work. Conrad's the best boy? He is pretty good. He's a good guy. I don't know what's going on with his arms, though. That doesn't seem to match his color palette. That's putting it bluntly. No, putting it bluntly would be saying that we're assassins, which we are, by the way. We keep the king in power. This world wouldn't be safe under anyone else's rule. It's not a glamorous job, but in the end result is peace. And that's all anyone ever wants. But Blair is gaining such traction in the upcoming election. If he takes over, he'll throw the world into complete disarray. We need to take action. Is that why I was brought here? Not really. Well, I can't say for sure. Your arrival could be tied to Velasquez's grand plan. Unfortunately, he's been pretty tight-lipped. How do you know that Velasquez is trustworthy? I don't like what you're implying. He served the greater good of Terra for millennia. Well, I wouldn't know that. I'm not from here. So take that. Take that. Maybe you're cute, but how would I know that? I'm not from here. Yeah, his arms are weird, but I think they're supposed to be like gray, like a little bit on his chest. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, if there's anyone I trust, it's him. How do I know you two are trustworthy? Well, let me put it this way. We're assassins, and you're still breathing. Fair. Why was I brought here then? Full of questions today, aren't we? Well, we do have a long walk ahead of us. Let's walk and talk, if that's all right with you. I guess. What choice do I have? They start to lead me down a trail. I seem to know enough about Terra, but I seem to know enough about Terra, but not why I'm here. It seems that political turmoil was a constant on multiple worlds. Either way, I need some answers. Mainly, why am I here? Not just the lay of the land. Velasquez wants you by nightfall. We might need to pick up the pace. The ultimate way to gain someone's trust. I haven't killed you yet. Good point. He's not wrong. I am still alive, as far as I know. Yeah, for some reason, I don't think they care. You're taking too much what and not enough why. I nod furiously in Conrad's direction. Very well. We continue making our way down the trail. The sun pierces through the canopy, making beams of light strike us. Velasquez calls you the Savior, though I'm not sure what you're meant to save us from. He was very secretive on the matter. All I know is that he wants you. He foresees a threat to the throne all the time. If he thinks you'll help us out, then I know you will. He keeps saying that history repeats itself. A pretty cliche line, unless you're basically immortal, and I'm sure he sees patterns in the folly of his subjects. Though, he's never sought help from an off-worlder, so these patterns clearly aren't set in stone. This time, things seem different. Yeah, an unknown variable. Sometimes that's just what you need.
Hello, Darius.
Darius.
The Snow.
Hey, Neiz, how's this going so far? This is. I mean, it's not what I was expecting. It's not what I was expecting. But I think I felt that way about all of them. How are you doing, Darius? And if you guys don't know Darius, you guys should know them. They're awesome. Go give them some love. I'm gonna give him a shout out because I love Darius. Go check out Darius, guys. Awesome dude. There they are. Look at that tail. Wag and wag wag. Waggity 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 wag. I love it. How are you doing, Darius? And yes, this is going well. It's very interesting. I don't know. It's moving very quickly though. Like the story's just like, okay, here we go. Let's move on. Let's keep it going. They're pushing it forward, which I like.
There we go.
Not a lot of preamble. Oh, got him. Nice job. Okay. Why don't you tell us what makes you special? I mean, we didn't put our lives on the line to get you here. For some reason, I thought they'd know. Don't answer that question. Oh. I mean, there's no guarantee that it'll make a difference. Like, what if it's the whole Destiny thing is doomed to happen? I guess it depends on what you think fate and destiny is. But I guess we'll just have to see. In either way, JoJo, I get to flirt with a lot of guys and girls and whatever's here because you know my rule. If there's a flirt option, I'm going to do it. So that's how it's going to go. So whatever happens, end of the world, I'm going to flirt with everybody. That's the whole plan. There's no way around it. If we need to know, Velasquez would have told us. Whatever your purpose is, we're not meant to know yet. Am I thirsty? I am. I do have my water right here, though, so I'll drink this. Nom, 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 nom. Gotta make saving the world political. I do. They are making it very political. And there is a guy who's doing like the whole Donald Trump thing, which makes me not like him. So hopefully I don't have to flirt with him, but we'll see. I admit it's a little odd, but you're here for a noble purpose. I can tell. Just remind yourself of that if you ever feel uncertain. This is clearly related to my powers and the Ark. I'm still not clear on what my powers are. I don't know what they are, but okay. Why not start by telling us your name? That's something we'll need to know going forward. Make terror great again. I know. Oh God. It's Neizan. My name is Neizan. Conrad starts scribbling down on a piece of part. Well, okay. Good to know. Gotta say, you're quite the looker too. Aw, that's so nice. Aw, how cute. I love that. You're such a nice guy, Conrad. Hey, right back at you, Conrad. There it is. I gotta do it. Oh, it's mutual. And the sparks start to fly. Yeah. Am I already flirting? I am. He started it. This time I didn't start it. He started it. You can blame Conrad. It's all on it. It's all his fault. He smiles and continues to scribble down notes. What are you writing down? This is basically an immigration form. We need to register you as a Terran, and promptly too. That's actually our first goal. We're headed to a place called the Wayfarer's Tavern. It's kind of an all-in-one type place. Tavern, paperwork processing, mailboxes. At least you can grab a drink while you read through your bills. When we get there, maybe we could chug one down together. All right, I'm down. I love Conrad. 5 minutes after meeting you and he's already calling you hot. Hey, you know, that's fine with me. I don't mind it. I want to boop that red nose. I just want to give it the old boopage. Kind of want to do that. Kind of want to be like, come here, Conrad, come here. It's not working. I can't reach. Really, Conrad? Oh, most definitely. I must remind you not to engage in needless fraternity. Good thing it's not needless then. He winks. Anyway, to the tavern. He tilts his head towards a small town that's coming into view. I guess that's where we're going. Pretty sights and a sense of adventure aside, I'm extremely worried. I can't help but think of Earth. What's happening back home? Something told me that the tour would come to an end, and as soon as I return, they'd probably send me back home. I put so much effort into winning that contest, too. It really did feel like my life depended on on that winning can. It's a shame that. Okay. I'm going to save here. Oh, this is different. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to go with a tour with a corpse. You're right. All right. So we finished the Chicken Police. It ended on a bit of a downer note, but rest in peace, Marty. Sorry to see you go. He was a good guy. Real big shame on that. That was so weird. I didn't expect it to go that way, but I'm going to go here. I think this is where we're going to call it for today. Just because I've kind of run out of time and I don't want to go too far into this and miss a bunch of stuff. Plus, it seems like a good jumping off point. But we are going to continue this game this coming Thursday. So we are going to continue on this game. And then I have another game we're going to start on. It's called High on Life. It looks really hilarious. I saw Theo, Demon Otter Games, playing this, and I had to try it. It's a first-person shooter type thing made by the people who are behind Rick and Morty, of all people. And so I'm very excited to share this with you guys. That'll be coming next Sunday. So we'll be back on Tuesday. I'm also going to be playing some Sketchy's Contract with Arctic Chillin', C. James Fox, and Demon Otter Games. So we got a big week ahead of us. But this seems like a good stopping point. And big thank you to everybody for joining me tonight. I very much appreciate all of you guys so very much. Always good to see everybody hanging out with us today. Let me see who I'm going to send you guys off to for the night. And we'll go ahead and send you guys off to go hang out with some cool bean that you guys will have a lot of fun with, I'm sure. But again, thank you all for joining us. Let's see who is out there. Who is out there that we haven't seen in a bit? Oh, let's go join... let's go say hello to Scout. Scout's playing some Phasmophobia with Arctic. So that'll be a good jumping off point. So give Arctic and Scout some love. And I'll see you guys next time. And until then, have a good night.